What is your favorite anime of all time? Can only choose one.
Does the Fate series count?
Which one?
The series.
This might be a hot take, and I am going to get called a hater for this. I really cannot watch. Okay, there we go. Okay. Today, we're going up to anime fans, and we're going to figure out what are people's favorite animes of all time. If you want to learn my personal favorite anime, I'll throw that in at the end of the video. What is your favorite anime of all time? Can only choose one.
Can only choose one. Evangelion, I think.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I just like the lore of like everything. It's just deep.
Yeah. I have actually not seen that, but of course I hear everything about the ending. Is the ending as epic as everyone says?
For me personally, I think so.
Really?
Yes.
Why is that?
It's just, I don't know. Something about it. It's just like the closing of it is just nice.
Is it very like thought provoking?
It's kind of like open ended, which I think is like good. I don't like when it has like, oh, like this is how it ends. I like to have like an afterthought.
Yeah, I like that too when shows do that because like it leaves a conversational piece to it, which is nice. So I definitely always enjoy that. What's your favorite anime of all time?
Oof.
Can only pick one.
You don't ask me these questions, do you? That leads into another question, though.
Okay.
Does it qualify as an anime? Avatar: The Last Airbender. So.
That's interesting. Okay. You're actually, funny enough, the second person that said that today. Why did you choose Avatar?
Well, once again, nostalgia factor and everything like that. But I just love the styling and the action. It all just melds together perfectly, along with the diverse characters and everything like that. Whether it's great female characters like Char and Toph, or intelligent yet understandable characters like Sokka, learning to grow and everything like that.
Or Zuko.
Or Zuko, too. I just love how much character development you see between everybody. It's not something you see in any other show.
Since that's technically not anime, it is heavily anime inspired, so I will give you that. But can you think of another one?
Honestly, if I were to pick any other, I think it actually would be My Hero.
Yeah?
So,
okay. Why do you pick My Hero?
Once again, it's got a much more diverse range of characters and everything like that, and they can get stereotypical at times, but that also makes them much more memorable. Like, if I point to you towards a character, you're gonna know who they are.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and I think that's something they do extremely well in My Hero. Like, you have Bakugo, you have Todoroki, you have Ochaka. There's so many memorable side characters that when you have those whole side character episodes, it doesn't lag. What is your favorite anime of all time? Can only choose one.
Does the Fate series count?
Which one?
The series.
If you had to pick one out of everything, what would you say out of that?
Probably Apocrypha. Fate Apocrypha.
I've not seen that one.
In Apocrypha, instead of there being just like 7 servants, 7 masters, it's split into teams. Like there's the red masters and there's the black masters.
So for someone that's only seen Fate Blade Works, would you say after all of these series that they have you ever felt that it's gotten repetitive?
Honestly, not really. Like after every series, it felt novel in a sense. Like in the Fate Limited Blade Works, that is one of 3 routes, which is completely different from like the Stay Night routes, which is the Saber route, and the Heaven's Field route, which is the Sakura route. They felt different in a sense because like every ending was since every ending was different, the story was completely different from itself.
What is your favorite anime of all time? You can only choose one.
Okay, Demon Slayer.
Okay.
Demon Slayer is one.
So, the brand new one.
Throw a random one in there. Not random, Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball. Okay, now I'm going to force you to choose one.
Okay, all right. See, that was good. I like that. I'm going to say Solo Leveling. Right?
Solo Leveling. Why do you choose that?
It's just something different about it.
So what would you say was like the favorite part about that show? Like, was a certain scene is like that really got you into it?
Oh, okay. That's a good question. I like that question. When he had to kill the people in that cave. I love that scene.
Oh, yeah. You might have to bleep that a little bit of that out for the spoilers. You know? No, I'm kidding. That scene was pretty crazy. I did not expect that at all.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, feel free.
What's the worst anime you feel like you've ever watched? Like, never again.
Oh, that's a good one.
What did I even just put my eyes on?
Oh, that's a good one. Wow, I've never actually been put on the camera now. This might be a hot take, and I am going to get called a hater for this. I really cannot watch Mob Psycho. Okay, there we go. Okay. I cannot get into it. I've tried.
Where'd you drop it?
Like the first 2 episodes. I cannot get past it. I don't know, like, this is coming from someone who's a big One Punch Man guy. I like One Punch Man. The humor was kind of cringe for me, though. Like, I was not laughing. And I was like, I don't really like this that much. You think I should give it more of a chance?
I did the same thing. I did the same thing. The first 2 episodes, I dropped it. But then I'm like, all right, there's nothing else to watch. Let me push through. It's amazing.
All right, I'll give it a chance. Since you asked me a question, you're the first person to ask me that, I'll give it a chance. What is your favorite anime of all time?
I hope you weren't gonna ask me that. That's such a hard question.
You can only choose one. I'm forcing it out of you.
Honestly, it changes
Yeah, I feel like
as it has to.
Mm-hmm.
But at like the present moment, based on like what I've seen so far,
Mhm.
not what I'm going to see because I'll probably see more.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say probably Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
That's a good one.
So it's just a classic.
Yeah. Why do you pick that?
Other than the fact that it's written by a female, which is very rare to see these days, I think which
I feel like a lot of people don't know that too.
yeah, it's a female who wrote the manga and the anime, and I just feel like that's what adds the layers of emotion and depth to the plot that sometimes, because I mean, while it's an action anime,
Mhm.
it is also a very emotional anime, and it gets
100%.
very deep
Mm-hmm.
into some deep topics, and I like the balance of that
Yeah.
because I don't like it when it's all too much action and it's all too much drama. I like the balance. I love that it's well-rounded, that it got an update because of course the original is good. So
Apparently, it
I've
was
seen
not as
both.
good. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen both. They take different directions, of course. One is how the manga actually ended, and one was before the manga was finished. So I think that does affect how it was created. The soundtrack is
Fire.
dope.
Yeah. Very
Dope.
fire.
As someone who's like a music person, like I play instruments, and I like I'm here as a music minor.
Yeah.
I can very much greatly appreciate the original FMA's soundtrack, which is orchestral.
Yeah.
But there's this guy who composed it, and it was done by like a famous orchestra in Japan. It was,
that's
amazing.
Cool. I never knew that.
It is fire.
All right. So since you are huge into soundtracks, 2 shows I'm going to throw at you, which you may or may not have seen. One, Chainsaw Man. If you've never seen that.
I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
Soundtrack on that and vibes, I think, is immaculate.
I'm always here for a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
Even if I don't like get into the show, I can respect.
Yeah, and then Bleach is a little long, of course, and you can skip all the filler. You don't need to watch it. But the soundtrack on that, personally, is like one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. Fight scenes, the sad scenes, like all of that. Strongly recommend.
I can, while I don't appreciate, well, not I don't appreciate, well, I'm not super into some animes, I can always appreciate the soundtrack because 10 out of 10 times, that's what hits the most with animes, and it's what makes it or breaks
sets
it.
the scenes.
It does. I don't know what it is about the Japanese. They're just...
They know what they're doing.
They do know what they're doing.
Hello, my fellow anime fans. I know what you're probably thinking. Why would a YouTuber with less than 1,000 subscribers have an ad in the middle of his video? Simple. Japanese was created with one goal in mind. I want to build a community for people who want to share their love and passion for anime with others. I cannot think of one single topic that can spark more joy and passion out of people more than anime. It allows 2 completely random individuals to find common ground and have amazing conversations. Because of this, once we work together to get the channel up to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be launching yapwithme.com. This website will come to be the strongest and most close-knit anime community on the internet. I'll slowly come out with more and more info as I build the website. Subscribe right now, and let's hit our goal. What's your favorite anime of all time?
That's hard. But I gotta go with Naruto.
Naruto, okay.
Yeah, Naruto.
Why do you choose that?
Because like his come up story and like basically everything he done been through, it definitely like hits home. You know what I'm saying? He went from like nobody liking him, everybody hated him, to like being the savior of the village. Which is kind of crazy. Like, Leaf Village, them niggas fake as hell. Like, I ain't gonna cap, bro. They fake as hell. Real talk, bro.
They're nothing without him.
Yeah, they nothing without him. They would have been got cooked without Naruto. I would have cooked the whole village and started a whole new one from scratch. Did something.
Have you watched Boruto?
Nah, I haven't watched it.
Why is that?
I just ain't had I'm in college, man. I ain't find the time to watch it, man. Like, once I, you know what I'm saying, get my classes and stuff situated, then I'll find the time to, watch Boruto.
No, it's cool because, like, I feel like it's kind of funny. No one that, like, whenever someone says Naruto, they are not including Boruto most of the time. What is your favorite anime of all time?
I guess I love the show Revolutionary Girl Utena.
I've heard about that. That's a classic, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why'd you choose that?
It's got great like queer representation, and it's like, I don't know, I'm in law school, so like
that's cool.
I don't know, I feel like it deals with like this like play between societal issues, and it's kind of like avant-garde.
Okay. Have you seen, I think it's like The Rose of Versailles or something like that? Would you also recommend that?
I love it. I think it's getting like a new anime like OVA or movie coming out soon.
It's pretty cool. I know that's old school too.
Yeah, they're very much linked.
What is your favorite anime of all time? Can only choose one.
Samurai Champloo.
Oh, that was easy for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Why'd you pick that?
Because the fight scenes animated so well. The characters are really dynamic.
Yeah.
I appreciate the fusion of historical, shit and hip hop. It's just
that was
so
yeah.
tight.
I think RZA was on that whole soundtrack, right?
Yes.
So then I think the debate, if I could remember correctly, don't kill me on this. Mugen or Gene? Mugen or Gene? Who would you choose?
It's got to be Gene.
Gene. Okay. Why so?
Without getting into spoilers, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's undisputed GOAT in that show. It's so obvious when you get down to it because towards the end, Mugen's showing that, he's putting limitations on himself because of how he fights. Gene is like, all right, cool, I'll fix it.
Mugen's such a badass too. I feel like everyone loves him because of that, but no, that's awesome. My personal favorite anime, hands down, has got to be Bleach. I don't know if the pause is needed there. Bleach is by far my favorite anime. I've probably rewatched it, no joke, I think maybe over 15 times by now. It just has so many things that I love when it comes to a show. I think the action in it, even though it's so old, it's really set a pace for its time. Like if you look back at that show, towards more of the later seasons, but still, the animation, I mean, it's like over 10 years old and the animation is still insane for that time period. I think the character development is incredible. Being able to see, different characters like Ichigo, Orihime, Toshiro, like all those characters, they do such a good job with not only the main character, of course, but also the side characters. It just feels so cool. Then when it comes to the power system, I feel like I hate so many current day power systems. Throwing a little shade towards Demon Slayer and JJK. And it really is just because Bleach's power system, super simple, right? You got a Shikai and you got a Bankai. And the way that they actually show and release Bankais in Bleach, always the most epic scenes ever. It's very similar to how they did it in Attack on Titan. Like every transformation just felt very cool. They really over dramatized it and it just made it so fun to watch. Then on top of that, the swag and just aura in that show, top tier. I mean, it's so cool. Like you get to see all the different outfits, all the different character designs that they have. And it really doesn't compare to any animes that I've really seen. Couple that with an incredible soundtrack on a consistent basis, whether it's the fight scenes, whether it's the dramatic or sad scenes, the soundtrack is top tier. I mean, if you look up those soundtrack videos, they have millions and millions of views on YouTube because people just go and listen. My opinion on current day Bleach, definitely a little bit different than some might expect. I think that, of course, it quite possibly might be the greatest animation of any anime series of all time, in my opinion. I think they lost a lot of the aura from the things that they did well. I think the animation was truly the main focus, but the dramatic storyline that they had in the background of a lot of scenes, it kind of seems like it's really lost in that show now. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Thousand Year Blood War arc, but I don't know, it just was very different from the original show, and a lot of the things that they changed, I was kind of confused on why there was even a purpose of it. So, for example, with Ichigo's Getsuga, in the previous show, it was red, and then all of a sudden, I don't know if I'm forgetting something, but I don't see an explanation on why all of a sudden it was purple. And it was just very little things. They also changed around some of the soundtracks. I don't know, maybe they lost licensing for it or whatever, but a lot of small differences that changed, from what the show that I loved was and focused on what a lot of modern day anime focus on now, which is just animation and fight scenes, which again, they are top tier, but it just was very different from what I fell in love with.